Do you want to feel like $1,000,000 without spending that much on your wardrobe? Then here are 5 tips to help save you money when buying clothes. I'm Shannon, and this is the Thrifty Fashionista. The clothing industry is big business. Did you know that the average woman spends $150,000 to $200,000 on clothes during her lifetime? That's the price of a decent house where I live. Of course, we need to wear something, and it would be nice to feel good about what we're wearing. So here are some tips and tricks that I've pulled together to help you spend less and enjoy more. The first one I think we should start with is know your budget and spend within it. I have found that it is so easy to overspend when going through a clothing store. The music is set up to be loud enough to confuse you at times. The colors and the scents, everything is just there to encourage you, of course, to buy more. That's how these stores make their money. That's how it works. But if you make a budget ahead of time, if you know, I want to spend only this amount of money for what I need for spring or summer, and you stay within it, you will find that you do not overspend nearly as much. In fact, you might find you don't spend nearly as much, period. Another part that will help with that is number 2 then, when you're making your budget, know what your needs are versus your wants. As the seasons change, go through your closet before you go to the store and know exactly what it is that you're going to need. How many pairs of jeans do we need? Mind you, if they have holes in places where they shouldn't have holes, you may need a new pair of jeans. It doesn't have to go with the new cut or the new style. Trust me, the same colors roll around pretty much every single year. Where I live, I'm not living in a high society. I am speaking to the average woman. And the average woman spends a whopping $900 a year on clothing that she never wears. So ladies, this is to help us not to be average, but to be smart. Get an idea of what your needs are in your closet. The idea of needs should be first, and then if you have extra in your budget left over, hooray! Tip number 3 you could break into a couple of parts, and I'm calling it double duty. When you are going to buy the item that you need, how many things will that item work with? So many people say you might want a white button-down shirt because that goes with everything. However, if it's covered in beadwork or lace or big bell sleeves, it might be a little too fussy for your everyday occurrences. When you're buying something, can you, as the expression says, dress it up and dress it down so that it will meet more areas of need in your closet? On that same vein, the other idea behind double duty is how many ways can you wear the item? If you're only going to be able to wear it one way because it won't go with anything else, then that might not be the one to buy. But if you can wear it 3 ways, now we're talking. Now it can be a very good investment piece, especially if it happens to be a little bit at the top end of your budget. If you find a shirt that buttons up, and you can wear it as a shirt by itself, as a jacket over top of something else. If you can roll up the sleeves, leave the sleeves down, put it underneath something. I have just named off 5 different ways you can wear that shirt. That is a good investment. Tip number 4 goes along the idea of when is the best time to check for secondhand clothing. You don't always have to go to the regular store to find the good stuff. In fact, I have discovered that after major holiday events like Christmas, you will find brand new items in the second-hand clothing stores. These are probably gifts that have been bought and given, they didn't fit, and they are then taken to the second-hand stores because the person who has received them doesn't have the receipt for it. Also, the changing of seasons is a great time to look in second-hand stores. This is when people at home are decluttering. They're getting rid of things that just don't fit them anymore. They just don't quite like them anymore. Now they have a reason they can go and buy something else. And so when you go to the second-hand clothing store, you can really score on some of these things. Also, I have discovered in the idea of brand new items that some of the major chains, if they just haven't been able to get rid of the 10 size medium sweaters that they got in this one print, they will take them to secondhand clothing stores. They just end up in places like this. So keep your eye open as you're going through. Best days of the week, by the way, Mondays and Tuesdays. This is what happens after cleaning up weekends. People clean up, and then so do we. Woohoo! Number 5, I think, is the best tip out of all of these. And here it is. It's not a deal if you're not going to wear it. Just because something is on sale doesn't make it a bargain. I have been to secondhand stores and regular stores, picked up things, wandered around. When you have a chance, actually tried them on or held them up in front of me in front of a mirror and thought, will I wear this, or am I going to reach for something else first? And just because it happens to be only $2 or $3, if I don't wear it, then that's $2 or $3 that I have wasted. That adds to that giant $900 a year number, and we don't want to do that. So I hope that these tips have really helped you out. Let me know in the comments below which tip you thought was the most useful. And if you have any good suggestions, I would love to hear them. If you've enjoyed this video and you're new here, maybe you might consider subscribing and hit that like button. It makes me feel kind of good. And don't forget that no matter the season and no matter the style, you are never fully dressed without a smile. See you soon!